right. This was a under $200,000 mortgage that at this time they have made $518 million off of one signature and one sheet of paper. And I'm gonna show you absolutely 1,000% right. This was a under $200,000 mortgage that at this time they have made $518 million off of one signature and one sheet of paper. And I'm gonna show you how they did it. Hold on. All right. For anybody that know about the Bloomberg report, okay, we all know about the CUSIP number, right? This is how you get your CUSIP number by getting a forensic audit ran. So this is the CUSIP number that was developed off of that one document that she signed, okay? At this particular time when it was ran as of November the 27th, this was the balance, $488 million. By the time they got done transfer some money out, it was worth $356 million. Okay. You see where the trustee bank is? Now I just showed y'all up top who they said the trustee was, who was the servicer banks. Here it is. It's Wells Fargo. Because in order for a security to be turned into a securitized instrument to even develop the number, it has to go through your bank. I keep telling you guys, your bank is your middleman. You're not getting to the treasury without going through your bank. If you want to fact check me on that, go on to treasurydirect.gov and it will tell you that if you have any issues with your securities, it said please do not contact the Federal Reserve or the Treasury or Janet Yellen, as y'all know her. It says go to your financial institution. Y'all see why? It tells you when it's going to be paid again. So this number right here will continue to drop because they paid it out. They received it on 11/30. They paid it out on 12/16. Payday is the 16th of every month. The pay is done every 2 weeks. Let's go down some more. So they then sold the security some more. So this is where that $518 million came from, because this was the amount of the note. See how many times they selling your signature? And then they have the audacity to say that you owe them. They have the audacity to foreclose and repossess when this is what they are making off of every sheet of paper that we sign our name to, because we're considered chattel paper and we lack certain knowledge to understand how it works. You got something to say, nephew? Go ahead.
It's going to come up later in the lesson, but I'm glad you said that. Chattel paper.
We are chattel paper. Okay.
But do y'all understand? Can you see how extensive that is? That's money you generated off your signature that they use and they selling and trading it. Yeah. So y'all still okay with just doing the 1099, right? Okay. I certainly wouldn't be okay just doing the 1099.
Just okay, right? Or just okay with getting your title. It's bigger than that.
This is what
they did was
when we say securities fraud.
So let me show you. All right. I'm gonna go down some more.
Look it up.
And this is where all the securities are done. So I skipped down here for a reason. So these companies that you guys are looking for, do you see all of these? These are every company that they transfer the note to. See how many times they do it? So for you guys that's been with me for a minute, and I've showed you guys how one business will have several sub-businesses up under them, correct? So look at here. So we got iPick Texas. It's the same company as iPick Media, but because they got two different IEINs numbers. So what iPick Texas did, they took it, securitized it, came up with a CUSIP number, okay? So then they took that CUSIP number, and then they transferred the security again to iPick Media LLC. So now they got another CUSIP number. Then they transferred it again to iPact Gold Class Entertainment, iPact Gold Class Holdings. This is why when you will see, like with Discover, you'll have Discover Corporation, then you'll have Discover Trust, but they're all still one company. So what this report shows is when you guys, yeah, you go. And so what this form right here is showing that when you're asking them for information via GAP and you're asking them for the accounting on the other side, do you now see why they refuse to give it to you? Because having a document like this means that they are going to fold with you quickly. Because do you know, if I was to take this piece of paper and I was to do a report through the Security Exchange about securities fraud and the comptroller, every last one of these companies are liable. Because what does the law say? Under 16 CFR, it says any holder of the consumer credit contract, the debtor can assert their rights. So technically, this client can sue every last company on here, and at this time it was 1,320 times. There you go. Yeah. That they sold it. Even one time they even gave it back to her and she didn't even realize it, but then they sold it out again. So when people get to telling you that they can get your CUSIP report and all of that, yeah, they can get your CUSIP number. But if they are not considered a certified mortgage securitization auditor, a Bloomberg specialist, you can't use it in court. If this particular company was still open and she went to court, she can call these people in as an expert witness. Okay. When I first started doing this a couple years ago, and the first Bloomberg report that I was able to look at, they ended up making like $728 billion off of the account. And when the customer put in a claim with the company and they showed them that they had this, they settled out with her for $18 million. And made her sign an NDA, of course, but she settled out for $18 million because showing this and having this proof right here from the Bloomberg terminal, having the CUSIP number, people end up in jail, bankers, they'll owe the IRS. So when you do the work and you are able to obtain something in this magnitude, it all works in your favor. And when you are properly on the private side of the bank, this CUSIP number technically belongs to her. So if she was on the private side of the bank properly, she can take this CUSIP number, take it to the bank, and then sell it to them, because that's what they're doing, and that's technically what we're supposed to do. The reason that I showed you guys this is to show you that it's bigger than just a debt. Do you understand totality of how much these people have made off of us? And they got the nerve to say that we still owe them. But they're only saying that we owe them is because we signed a sheet of paper saying that we will pay them, even though it was false and misleading. So that's why I say don't go rescind no contracts. Make these people pay you. Okay?
And you see why there would be a big push for recension, right? That you have to understand. There's a lot of people who give you bad information because they don't want you to get to this point. They want you to settle out with the little wins that you can maybe get before they change up the system on you. But when you come with something like this, it's total knockout. Like the severity of this.
And then I wanted to show one more thing before I take this off and we get into the power. Okay, so for everybody that I said, go pull your UCC 11. And I told you that if there is no lien there's no case. This report by itself shows you that they filed it with the official records, the Register of Deeds office, on February the 5th. What does this say? No recorded assignment of mortgage. So yeah, they put it in the mortgage book, but they never attached the lien to it. So lawfully, they could never go after her. So lawfully, they could never go after her. And this is with every document you've ever signed, car notes and all. So with a car note, they're going to send it. That's why they ask you, we'll send your paper off to the DMV and you can come pick your plate up from us, because they're never going to record it as a UCC. And as long as you think that there's a lien on your physical title, then you feel like you owe them. But the law says under the UCC that if there is no perfected lien, And there are two components to a perfected lien. The first one is the promissory note. Okay, you got that. But they say in order for that promissory note to be considered a perfected lien, where they can legally come after the debtor, it has to be in the UCC system. And if it's not there, they can't charge.